guys, welcome back to AyyIt'sLo. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my top 5 flight attendant pet peeves. I'm sure some of these things I'm guilty of myself, and the average person is probably guilty of one or more of these things. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Okay, so before we get started, I know majority of people are not flying right now, and that's probably for your safety and the safety of those around you. But hopefully once things go back to normal, you'll remember a couple of these pet peeves and try to make your flight attendant's life a little bit easier. Okay, so I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget, and they're not in any particular order. But number 1 is when people don't follow instructions. And I mean don't follow instructions the first time. Okay, so this is probably every flight attendant I know's pet peeve. But for example, when we're doing the safety demo and we're like, make sure your tray table's up, your seat back's upright, your luggage is underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin, those kinds of things, and your laptop is stowed. Those are the kinds of things when we have to come through the aisle and make sure everybody's complying or whatever. That's what I mean by following instructions. I hate having to tell people to put their laptops up, and I absolutely hate having to tell them more than once. Like, it's just awkward for me. Like, I know you know better, or maybe you don't, but I told you once already, so like, why do I have to, like, what? We don't have to have this interaction. Like, it's just awkward at that point. And I think people think like we're just being annoying or like we're just giving them a hard time, but we literally have to do these things for safety reasons. I mean, for example, if something was to pop off and we have to get off this bird real quick and your luggage is in your bag is in your lap, that's gonna hinder you from getting out quickly, and it's gonna hinder everybody in your row from getting out. Same thing with the seat being reclined and the tray table being down and the laptop and everything. So I don't think people will realize those things. If I didn't have to tell you, I wouldn't, but I do. So yeah, it is really for your safety, and also we can get in a lot of trouble if we don't tell you to do those things. Like if there's a FAA inspector on board and we don't tell you, like we have to at least tell you to do what we've been told to tell you what to do. So yeah, follow instructions. Don't make it awkward for me. Just put your stuff up. Once we're in the air, you can do whatever you want. I don't really care. I mean, not whatever, but anyway, that's number 1. Number 2, and I know this one, like some flight attendants might disagree with this one, and it's kind of like a 2-part pet peeve, but it's like when people come to the galley and ask for stuff, or like, I don't mind if you come back to the galley to stretch or whatever, because like a lot of the flights are long and that's a long time to be sitting down. But I hate when people just come to the galley, like especially if, like, let's say the curtain's drawn and we're eating or something and we've just gotten through with the service and we're trying to put stuff up, asking for stuff. Like, hit your call button. Just hit the call button. And some flight attendants, hitting the call button if it's not an absolute emergency is their pet peeve, but I would much rather somebody hit the call button and when I'm done doing what I'm doing, I'll come assist you, versus you like coming to the back and like hovering over me. Like, then I feel rushed and it's just awkward and I don't like it. But I will also say, like, the second part of it, I know I said like hit the call button, but the call button is really for emergencies. So it really depends on when you hit it. Like, if we're in the air and we're doing service, obviously I know you probably need headphones or you want some water or something. Cool, fine. But if we're taking off or we're about to land and you hit your call button, I'm gonna assume that something is wrong. So don't do that. Like, I've had people do that and all they need is headphones. Like, why do you don't stop? I hate when people do that. And then you get there, like, you're like, what's up? What's going on? Like, oh, can I have some headphones? I'm like, if you gave me 2 seconds, I would have been around with the bag of headphones anyway. So, anyway, that's pet peeve number 2. And also, just to add to that, this isn't one of my pet peeves. It is one of my pet peeves, but it's not one of the 5, so it's like a bonus pet peeve. But I hate when people go to the bathroom, use the lavatory with their shoes off. Like, I don't... Who raised y'all? I would never. Like, even before I was a flight attendant, I would never go into a bathroom without shoes on. That's literally... A lab on a plane is literally a porta potty in the sky. Like, that's what it is. Would you go into a porta potty barefoot? Some of y'all probably would, but it's so nasty. So nasty. Like, we're in the air rocking and back and forth and stuff, and people go into the lab, and do you think that they have perfect aim all the time? Do you think that maybe sometimes that's not just water on the floor? Something to think about. Anyway, moving on. Number 3 is when people get out of their seat at inappropriate times. Now, I'll go back and say I understand when people have to stand up during the flight to stretch, like move their legs, especially older people or people who have back or leg problems. I get it. No worries. Fine. But when people get up, like when we pushed back to get something out of the overhead bin, it's like, bruh. Or if we've gotten our final descent and we've had like a 3-hour flight and you had 3 hours to use the bathroom, but you wait until final descent when we have a few minutes before we land to use the bathroom. And that I am guilty of myself because it's like, I don't know what it is, like maybe it's like the descent or whatever, but it does something to my bladder. Like, I will go to the bathroom before initial descent and I will have to use the bathroom again before final. Like, it almost never fails. So by the time we are on the ground and we're taxiing, trying to get back to the gate, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be on myself. So I get that. It's still one of my pet peeves, but I understand because it happens to me too. So yeah, like takeoff, final descent, or when we're taxiing, like when we've landed and we're taxiing back to the gate and people like get up. Technically, it is an FAA regulation that we have to stop the plane until everybody's seated. So, and then people are grumpy because they've got somewhere to be always. Everybody's always got somewhere to be. And I'm just like, we can't go anywhere until everybody's in their seats. Like, we've said it. We've made an announcement. I don't know what you want me to do about it. So yeah, that is pet peeve number 3. Pet peeve number 4, Diet Coke. Seriously, I hate pouring Diet Coke, and I will never let you know that I hate pouring Diet Coke because I'm just gonna pour it with a smile. But I hate pouring it because for some reason at that altitude, and it's true, at that altitude the bubbles do something weird and it takes forever to pour a Diet Coke. Like, I could literally pour 3 other drinks, just Sprite, juice, whatever, 3 other drinks in the time that it takes me to pour a Diet Coke. You want some sugar free? You want some diet? Here's a Fanta. Here's some water. Drink some water. But Diet Coke is a bust, for real. So my last and final pet peeve, well, I'm sure there's more, but for the sake of this video, pet peeve number 5 is when people don't understand that an aircraft is shared space. Like, I don't know what people think when they get on the plane, but like, you're not entitled to the overhead bin space. It does not have your name on it. It's first come, first serve. The only thing that you're guaranteed is the seat that you purchased and that little spot underneath the seat for your purse or something. I don't know why, but people can just be so rude about that. So, with that being said, please try to be considerate of other passengers. Like, people are trying to get their stuff on the plane. Nobody wants to check their bag. So stop taking up the entire overhead bin, because then I have to deal with people being mad at me. Like, I put the bags up there. I didn't put them bags up there. I didn't put that bulky coat up there. That wasn't me. That was your fellow passengers. So don't be mad at me. It's the craziest thing, and people get so upset. And I'm just like, we can check it for free. You would be surprised how many people, like, that just ruins their day when they get to their seat. And let's say they're at 15 alpha and the spot for 15 alpha is taken, but there's a spot at 16 alpha. They're just like, what am I supposed to do? Just put it in the open spot. Like, I don't get that. I do not get that. And then people be bringing these humongous bags on the plane. I don't know how you got through TSA with those, but y'all know better. Stop bringing them big bags on the plane and being mad when they don't fit in the overhead bin. This is a little sardine can with 200 seats. And every single person is trying to bring a carry-on bag and a personal item. The science is it don't add up. Everybody ain't getting on with all their stuff. So that is just a realization that everybody needs to come to. And if we have to check your bag for free, then we just gonna have to check your bag for free. It's okay. And people will also trip, like, if they're in 15 ABC and they have to go back to like 20 ABC because, oh my god, they have to wait an extra 3 minutes upon deplaning. Like, you didn't just sit on this plane for 3 hours. Like, people literally are just so frustrated with the slightest inconvenience. Like, I promise you, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Your bag's gonna be okay. You might have to wait an extra 3 minutes to grab it, but you're gonna be fine. I promise. I promise. So yeah, with all of that said, all I'm asking people to do is to make sure they're being kind and considerate to other people when they're on an aircraft, which is shared space that does not belong to any one person. I hope you guys remember these pet peeves for the next time you're on a flight, to help make the flight attendants' lives easier and just to help make sure that everybody has a pleasant experience. I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed this video. If you don't mind, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram at AyyIt'sLo1124. Hey guys, welcome back to AyyIt'sLo. I'm Alex, and today what did I just say? So yeah. Okay, so before we get started,